Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And how are you seeing? What are we going to be talking about today? So today's topic is present perfect. You're absolutely right. And you know that we also learn what is present continuous and present simple. If you haven't watched them, I will leave links below in the description box, so don't forget to watch these videos too in order to know the present tenses. And today's topic, of course, present perfect. So let's get going. So what is present perfect? Present perfect is a time tense, present time tense, which is used when we talk about the action which has started in the past and has finished in the present. So, and you know, this is an action we can also like differentiate this from other tenses since we have the result. The action happens and it has started in the past and has finished in the present, and by the present you can see the result of this action. So let's look at some examples. Where are my keys? I can't find them. I have put them on the table, but there are actually no keys. So the results, the action has started in the past, that you've put them on the table, and it has finished by the present. You've put them, and now you just in the present, you can find your keys. You've put them, and you think that as a result, they should be here because you have put them on the table, but there are actually no keys. And you're asking someone, have you seen my keys? Like, yeah, have you seen it? Like, it started in the past and has finished in the present. So you say that, have you seen my keys? Like, I have put them on the table. So you've put them in the past, and in the present you are looking for your keys, and you see that it's a result, they should be here, but there are no keys. As another example, I have cleaned my shoes, so they are spotless and I'm ready to go to the party. So you have cleaned your shoes. It has started in the past and has finished in the present by the present time, because when you've cleaned them and right now they are clean, you know that you can see the result, that they are spotless, they are immaculate. Yeah. So and as a result, you can go to the party and you are ready for the party. So the action has started in the past and has finished in the present, but you also see the result. So let's go to the construction, how to construct present perfect. And now, how to construct present perfect. Let's get going. First, here's the formula. So we at first use subject, then we have or has, then verb ed or the third form. So let's deal with have, has right now. We use have with pronouns I, we, they, you. And has, we usually talk about pronouns he, she, it. So after you, we, they, I, we use have, and after he, she, it, we use has. So you need to remember this and keep it in your mind in order to use present perfect correctly. And right now, let's deal with verb ed and third form. We use verb ed when we talk after regular verbs. We have regular and irregular verbs in English. Regular verbs, you need to just remember this, since there are so many like regular and irregular verbs, and the tablet is on internet, so you can search for them and start learning at least 5, 10 a day, so it will be useful. And right now, with regular verbs, we use ed. So we add the ending ed to the regular verbs. And when we talk about irregular verbs, it's used with the third form or the second form. So actually, the third form is called past participle, and we use the third form in past perfect, present perfect, future perfect. And we use the second form in past simple. So just remember them, and you can use them just freely and ease into the English just really quickly. So right now, dealing with the formula, let's look at some examples, how to construct them. For instance, you went to the party and you met your best friend, and let's just use this in a like present perfect time. So first we have she. Let's talk about pronouns. Let's talk about pronouns she. So she has met her old friend at the party. She, after we use has, because he she is used as has. She has, and here we have the verb meet. Meet, in the past form it will be met. So meet, met, it's she has met her old friend at the party. So she has met her old friend at the party. So here's the sentence in the present perfect. So another example, I have gone to the school really early. So I have gone, here we have I, after I we use have, then the verb go is like transfer, like converted into the third form. In the past participle is gone, go, went, gone. I have gone to the school really early. So this is really easy if you understand and immerse into the formula, into the constructions, like anything logically, everything will be just okay and perfect. So if you've already understood this, let's go to the examples and look at some life situations where we use present perfect. And now, if we talked about affirmative form of the sentence in the present perfect, and right now here we have negative and interrogative sentences. So in negative sentences we use subject plus have, has, and just we add not, it's a part, like particle not, and after we use verb ed or the third form. So just adding not, we like convert it into the negative form, negative sentence. For example, she hasn't finished her homework yet. She hasn't finished doing her homework yet. So this action has happened has started in the past and has finished by the present. But she hasn't finished it. So the process that she hasn't done her homework is started in the past and like still like going and just hasn't finished her homework by the present too. So it's not like fully done, or we can also say wrapped up action. So, and in interrogative sentences, we can say we just like replace and change their places with have, has, and subject. First goes have or has, then plus goes subject, then verb ed, and the or the third form. So, for instance, have you ever watched the film about war? Have you ever watched the film about wars? So here we have as we use the pronoun you. Have you ever watched? Watch is a regular verb, so we add ed. Have you ever watched the film about war? So have you watched a film about war? Here is the interrogative sentence. So right now, let's talk about time markers. Time markers are commonly used in so many like time tenses. As we also know, present simple, present continuous, present perfect, all time tenses, they have their own like time markers which can help us identify the time tense and use this like in a right way. So here in present perfect, we have some in time markers too. First is never. Never, I have never watched a film about war, for example. The answer to the question before. So previous question, yeah. So I have never watched the film about war. So never is a time mark which is used in present perfect too. Here also we have ever. Ever, like yeah. I For example, in the question, have you ever seen celebrities in your life? So have you ever like did you see, like, have you ever seen at any time, yeah, have you ever seen celebrities in your life? So ever is a time marker in. So here is a list of other time markers in present perfect. So these are the often, usually, recently, already, yet, not yet, ever, never, and other ones. So right now let's talk about some key. So before going to the examples, I just wanted to mention some keys when we also use present perfect. So present perfect first is when we talk about the action which has started in the past and has finished by the present. We have already talked about this. And right now the second is the keys when we talk about our own experience in the past. For instance, I have been to Paris thrice. Yeah, I've been to Paris 3 times. So you talk about your own experience that you have been to Paris and it's been 3 times that you have been to Paris. I have, and plus verb to be, it's in the past participle been. I have been to Paris 3 times. I have been to Paris. So as you talk about your own experience. For instance, I have studied in Princeton University I've studied at the Princeton University and has finished my project recently. So you have studied there, maybe you finished and finished also your project. So you talk about your own experience or the facts about you. For instance, I have tried to apply for 8 universities all over the world and got into 5 of them. So you have tried your own experience to talk about the facts about you, that you have applied for 8 universities and got into 5 of them. So here we have also I have applied. Apply is a regular verb, so we use ed. Y applied, and here we have y is being omitted, and we use IED. I have applied for 8 universities. So this is the case they wanted to talk about and like transfer, like I would say convey you these facts. And right now let's go to the examples, finally concluding our video. So right now let's look at some examples of present perfect. First is she hasn't visited London yet. She has visited London yet, so there's an action which hasn't happened yet, like has started, and this action that you have visited London hasn't hasn't occurred yet. So this is the action which has happened, which has started in the past and still going, and by the present you have visited London yet. So I have visited London yet. And as example, we have just eaten snacks, so we don't want to go to the cafe. So you have already eaten the snacks, yes, so you don't want to, as a result, you don't want to go to the cafe because you're being full and so like being stuffed, so you don't want to go to the cafe and you have already eaten. So here is the result. This is an action that I've been talking about through the video. So the action happens, it started in the past, is finished by the present, and as a result we have that you don't want to go to the cafe because you are being stuffed, you have already eaten snacks. And as an example, I have studied English recently. It happened recently, so it started in the past, and by the present it has already finished, and so recently you have studied English. As a result, I have learned 3 new words. Or time tense as present perfect. And now after the video you can say I have watched today's video, updated video, and now I know what is present perfect. So you have watched this video previously, or you can say lately is another time marker. I have watched the video about present perfect lately, and now I know what it is. And you can use this in the ordinary life in order to sound advanced and intelligent. So as another example is I haven't bought a new car yet. This is my old one. So this is an action that you haven't bought a new car. Started in the past. You haven't bought that in the past. You hadn't got any new car, and by the present you haven't bought this yet. So it's an action which has started and finished by the present, but you still don't have a new car. You haven't bought this, and as a result, there is still an old one. So I haven't bought a new car. This is my old one. So as a result, you have that old car. You still have that old car. So another example, I have cut my finger and now it's bleeding. You have cut your finger recently and it's bleeding. As a result, you see that there is a blood. It's bleeding, and you have cut your finger. So it's happened. It has started in the past and it's finished by the present. As a result, you can see that your finger is bleeding. So this is all for today. I hope that you liked this video and finally finally comprehended what is present perfect. And I hope that was a really useful thing and helped you a lot to improve your English. So thank you so much for watching this video. I was really grateful to record this video for you today, and hope that you will like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon in order to be aware or keep abreast of new videos which are coming and fast approaching, because I'm really releasing so many new videos today. And so look forward to them, and don't forget to save this video and send your friends if someone is also curious about what's perfect. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye, love you guys.